Hey guys, here with my second video log for this week, and second one ever. It's been a stressful morning. I thought I lost my wallet, but it's all good. Found it in a random plastic bag at home, so got that sorted now, which is all good. Another busy day today with clients. Got a lot of them booked in, so gonna have to try and fit my food and training in there somewhere. But today I actually wanted to talk to you about something that I've been getting asked a lot about lately, which is, or that people have been talking about a lot lately, which is a lot of fad diets. So basically a fad diet, in my definition of what I'd like to call it, is just something that's like you see it as a quick fix. So it's those type of ones that say you lose 20 kilos in 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever the hell it is, or they do those 13-day progress photos and all that type of stuff. So they're generally those types of diets that they're not a sustainable option. They're just not going to last. So a few of them, for example, are things like the juice cleanse, and something that I've heard of actually from one of my old clients was the banana diet, which is basically, so you eat, from what I understood from it, you just eat 30 bananas a day, which common sense would dictate that that's not a very sustainable or smart, or even a smart idea, or even something that's going to get you those results. So, because basically, I mean, with having 30 bananas a day, you're consuming about probably over 900 grams of carbs, only 30 grams of protein, and not much healthy fat at all. So the only thing that you're going to be getting a lot of, which is good, is a lot of fiber. But that's probably the reason that they probably lose weight from that diet, is just, to be honest, they're probably just crapping all the time from all the fiber that they're having. So it's not a good option going through that. And with the juice cleanses, yes, you lose weight from them, but it's not something sustainable. And if you can't see yourself doing a diet 6 months or even 3 months down the track, then it's not gonna be something that you'll last on. So you'll lose weight while you're on it, but then what happens is your metabolic rate adapts to that lower amount of calories that you're having, just because you're only consuming juices. So you're consuming a very low amount of calories from that juice. So what happens is your metabolic rate adapts to that, and then once you actually have to go back to eating normal, because you can't have that for the rest of your life, because your metabolic rate is so slow, you gain weight back very quickly. So you get that big rebound effect, or from a yo-yo dieting, basically. So you consume that low amount of calories, metabolic rate adapts to that, and then after that you go back to eating normal and you gain pretty much all the weight back, or at least some of it. So it's just not going to be something that's going to be sustainable, and you're just not going to get good long-term results from it. So another thing is, just with the same idea as juice cleanse, just starving yourself. It's just not going to work. Like, even those diets where you starve yourself for just 1 or even 2 days a week, it's just not something you can keep doing. You're going to end up creating an unhealthy relationship with food, and it can lead to lots of diseases like bulimia or I can't think of the word for the other ones, but you guys anorexia, that's the one. Yeah, so it's just not a good idea, and you're going to end up creating that bad relationship with food and causing yourself a lot more harm than you will good. So, and over the long term, like I said before, you're probably not going to get those results that you're seeking. So, and another thing is, it's good while I promote having plenty of fruit and veg, and sticking with those general guidelines of having about 5 serves of veggies. A serve of veggies, basically just a cup of the veg that you're having. So 5 serves of veggies or 2 serves of fruit a day is generally a good guideline to stick to. So while I do promote that for health and for weight loss benefits, I don't promote the whole idea. I hate the word clean eating, or the definition, because there's no clear definition of what it actually is. And I mean, you can't just eat chicken and rice for the rest of your life. You need to be able to enjoy the foods that you're eating as well. And in the same respect, you don't usually, there's people that do the clean eating. They do what's known as cheat meal or a cheat day, where they just don't track anything that they're eating, and they end up over consuming so much. So while they'll lose weight throughout the rest of the week when they're eating clean, they're gonna gain all that weight back plus a little bit more when they're not tracking the calories and they're just overeating on those cheat days. It's just not healthy, and it's creating that bad relationship with food. So yeah, you just need to create something more sustainable. So what I promote is like I said, sticking with those veggies and fruit, but also just having a more flexible approach to what you're eating. So instead of having those cheat meals or cheat days, try and fit those foods that you love still into your daily diet. So for example, I mean, something that I love to have is hot chips and pizza. They're my hot chip, pizza, and burgers are always my weakness. So what I do instead is I track how much I'm eating. So I track it all through the app MyFitnessPal, and I give myself a set point. So like I said yesterday in my video log, I have 185 grams of protein, 485 grams of carbs, 103 grams of fat, and roughly about I think it's about 53 grams of fiber a day. So what I do is I eat healthy the rest of the time, or whatever you'd classify healthy as, and then if I do need to make up some calories a day, if I've got that spare amount of calories, and I'll go out and I'll eat some pizza and I'll eat some chips and I'll eat what I enjoy, because at the end of the day, you train in the gym to be able to enjoy your life outside of the gym more, not to come into the gym and just not be able to live your life outside. I mean, everyone comes in here to have a better quality of life, to improve their body and to look better and feel better. But I mean, if at the end of the day you're reducing quality of life outside the gym and you're not enjoying those foods anymore, then what's the point? The whole idea is to enjoy your life and make the most of it. So instead, you got to take that flexible approach and be able to, like I said, fit those foods that you love in still, and be able to track what you're eating. It's not, a lot of people, when I talk about tracking their food, they're like, oh, that's going to be really hard and it's going to take a long time to do, but it's really not that bad. I mean, it takes about 5 seconds to chuck something on the scale and just check out how much you are actually tracking. It's just a much more sustainable option, and over time you just get that, you start to kind of be able to guess and estimate what you've actually got on your plate. So say if I'm going out to a restaurant, and which can be very hard to track what's on there because you can't get that exact meal on a calorie tracking app. So what I do instead is I estimate what's on there. So say I'm having going out for a chicken parmigiana from a pub meal, which I love. I'd go, so it's probably going to be, depending on the size, but it's probably going to be about 200, maybe 100, somewhere between 100 and 300 grams of chicken on that plate. So I'll chuck that in MyFitnessPal, track that, and then usually going to have chips on the side there. So it's probably going to be about 250 grams of, you just type in pub chips, or even just potato or roast potato, something like that. So you're just getting it as accurate as possible rather than just skipping out on that meal completely. And then generally you've probably got a little bit of cheese on top, probably about 15-20 grams of cheese. So you just get that on there, and then you're gonna have veggies on the side. It's up to you whether you want to track them or not. It depends what type of veggies it is. If it's a green leafy veggie, it's probably going to only have like 4 calories, or maybe 4 to 20 calories on that plate. So it is going to make a difference. So depends on how pedantic you want to be about it. I tend to get quite OCD with what I'm tracking, and with anything. Like if you see me around the gym, I'll be very OCD with how everything's sitting. It's got to be the exact same weight on like the same type of weight plates on each side of the bar, and the bar's got to be even, and everything's got to be perfect. So I get very crazy with that type of stuff, but if they broke, don't fix it. So it works for me, might not work for you, but going off topic a little bit there. So like I said, just stick with the still get your fruit and veggies in, try and keep track of your protein, carbs, fat. They're the main macronutrients that are they're going to dictate how many calories you're having during the day. And then you've got the main micronutrient, which is fiber. The reason it's so important is it's the most highly related micronutrient with increased longevity. So basically improving your your lifespan, and it also has a thermogenic effect, which basically, so every food that you eat, it's got a thermogenic effect, which basically means to be able to consume the food that you're having, you got to burn a few calories to actually get those calories in, which is a little bit confusing, but yeah. So you know how there's a lot of things going around that were saying, I think it was eating celery or lettuce, you burn more calories than you're actually consuming from actually trying to digest that food. That's not completely accurate. There's no food out there that I know of that you can actually burn more calories than you're consuming, but you get the general gist of it. So you actually have to expend energy and expend calories to be able to consume those products. So that's what I mean with fiber. It takes a higher amount of energy or calories to be able to consume products with high fiber, and same with protein as well. That's why protein is so important, not only for building up muscle, but to be able to have that thermogenic effect and to help you to lose that weight or increase that muscle mass or whatever goals you're trying to reach for. So protein is always going to be the most important. So if you guys want any more help with the whole flexible dieting side of things, then this is going to be something I'm going to be talking about a lot more, because it's the most important thing when it comes to nutrition. So we're going through the importance of like the hierarchy of nutrition, what's going to be the most important in terms of meal timing and macronutrient intake, and all those other factors, like how many meals you have during the day. I'll be going through which part of that is most important. But if you do need that extra little help, don't be afraid to send me a message or just get in contact with me however you feel, however best fits you. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch up with you as soon as I can, and enjoy your day, guys.